What them haters talking about?
What's up, family? You ever wonder what happened to the TV show To Catch a Predator? Well, wonder no longer. For those of you who don't know, To Catch a Predator was a TV show that aired on NBC from 2004 to 2008, and it showed people who were caught in the act of attempting to have sexual contact with minors. The project aimed to expose the dangers of the internet by setting up sting operations to catch online predators in the act. The show became a household name throughout 4 seasons, but was abruptly canceled in 2008. Here's the crazy story that ended in tragedy or triumph, depending on how you look at it. To Catch a Predator first aired in 2004 and ran for 4 seasons until 2008 when it was canceled. The last episode aired December 5th, 2008. The show's cancellation came after a series of controversies, including criticism of the program's methods and accusations of entrapment. To Catch a Predator was hosted by Chris Hansen. The cancellation of To Catch a Predator was prompted by none other than Lewis William Conrad Jr., a prosecutor from Texas. What did Lewis do? Lewis got himself caught up in an old-fashioned sting operation where he was accused of trying to have sex with an underage boy. So, what happened to Lewis? When the popos closed in on Lewis at his home after he would not open the door and they kicked it in, Lewis put a gun to his head and killed himself. Anybody got a problem with that? Who got a problem? Anybody got a problem? Now here's the deal, fam. The show would have continued to go on if a prosecutor had not gotten caught up. You see, it was all good until one of their own got caught up in a sting operation. They shut down a pretty good program. They was catching these predators left and right. I mean, they caught police officers, school teachers, librarians. They busted a rabbi, a prosecutor. Fam, these are all people from different walks of life, all these different professions that are supposed to be respected, getting caught up in playing with children. That should spook the hell out of you. That is very alarming. All of these different positions, and fam, it ain't just one. It's many in all of those positions. Oftentimes, these predators, they work with children. I mean, think about it, fam. You know, what better job to have if you can work somewhere where you have access to your target? The kid was 13 years old. So here's what happened with the show. So this dude, Lewis, is on the phone with this guy who he thinks is 13, but it's a grown man, but he's pretending to be 13 years old. And he think he's about to get him a piece. So they got it recorded. I'm gonna put it on my Instagram, put the whole thing on the Instagram. But they recorded him the entire time. And when it came time to meet up with Chris at the trap house, dude got spooked and he decided to not show up. So they decided, the police decided, SWAT team rushed his house in Terrell, Texas. And when he wouldn't open the door, they kicked the door in and they were about to go into his room And well, actually opened the door to his room. He says, "Hey guys, I'm not gonna hurt anybody," and he puts the gun to his head and kills himself. So essentially he takes out the trash. Anybody got a problem with that? Anybody got a problem with it? Now check this out, fam. Check how cold the game is. His sister sues the city and state and walks away with a meal ticket. She initially sued for $109 million. They said that the amount was undisclosed, but we know it's in the meals, right? So the predator family gets paid. They say because he wouldn't have killed himself if the news people wouldn't have came out. In fact, let me back up. He sued NBC. Because they said that the program, if not for that program, he wouldn't have killed himself. They wouldn't have put him on blast like that. He wouldn't have blasted himself. But this dude, he killed himself, and he killed To Catch a Predator, one of the most popular TV shows at the time. Some people say he got what he deserved for trying to sleep with the kids and for being the catalyst for a great television program coming to an end. You know, it's very hard to find good programming on TV these days. A lot of bad stuff out there. A lot of bad people out there. I thought To Catch a Predator ran for a long time, but it only ran for 4 seasons before they pulled the plug. Nonetheless, the program significantly impacted public awareness of the dangers of online grooming and the need to better protect children on the internet. Fam, I need to know this before I go. Do you miss the show? I thought it was a good show. But what say you? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?